be watching Marvel Rivals players. They're adjusting to this game. I played OverWatch, the base game. I say no more than like maybe I say like the days that I've played it, I probably got like maybe 40 hours. I was playing it and I know why that game like got Game of the Year like in 2016 because it was new, it was fresh. PvP, you had like healers, you had damage players, you had tanks, 6v6, you could do a 2-2-2, you could do a, one tank, 3 DPS, 2 healers, you could do 2 teams, 1 DPS. I prefer 2-2-2 because you can balance it out for everybody. That's why they have to play. Yeah, that's why they have to 2-2-2 because they put her in and they put her in with a 600 shield. It wasn't at first. You see it now. It's 250 now, but like that's to me that's my biggest problem with certain games that releases before it drops. Like I feel like that's why this game is so good because it had beta testing and shit. They're like dropping heroes. Before they drop them, they beta test them like, oh, let's see like what's going on, because they make mistakes. Beta test them. Beta. Everybody, she was so OP. Being a healer with 600. That's what I like. Lower ranked players, they literally won. Like I think it was esports. I think it was like goats. And they had to really literally they had what was their strat? I think they had like 3 tanks and 3 healers. I think they probably ran like this is just this probably like Mercy, Brigada. Probably, it was possibly using Alana, but I'm not sure. But the tanks, I know for sure they was using Winston, they was using Zarya, someone else. Maybe Diva. She's like a dive character. Yeah, they won with those characters because of Brigada, and I can say this for sure. They wouldn't have took an extra tank, or they wouldn't have put in Brigada with a shield. They probably would have did it like and I don't even like making this comparison, but if they would have did it like they did Marvel Rivals did Invisible Woman by putting the shield up in front of somebody. You know what I mean? I feel like that would have been more stable. If they would have put her in with 250 healers. 250 shield. It would have been way better. I would say that. Putting her in with 600 shield is like, that's mad OP. That's tankish. That's like Doctor Strange with 600 damage taken from this shit. Like, it's crazy. You can't just do that. Man, I was playing Overwatch. People gonna think I'm crazy for saying this. 6v6 on Overwatch still holds up. I told myself like, yo, I'm not playing Overwatch if they don't bring in 6v6. You know, they probably going to implement, you know, ranked 6v6 just because of how well Marvel Rivals is doing. And I'm literally thinking to myself like, yo, like what made them do, like what was the conference meeting about? Like, you can't just overpower a team. Like one tank. You know what I mean? Like you can't just do it. But what do I know? I'm just talking about it. I'm just doing my best to shed light to the situation because now they bring back 6v6 and I was playing 6v6 with, you know, with all the characters. I was playing with Kiriko, I was playing with Winston, Kiriko, I was playing with Hanzo. Yeah, it was a great game playing that. It was great. Like, I see why, cause like everything, and it was open queue too. They made it, you know, and the shit still holds up. And I'm thinking, I don't ever think this game is gonna have row queue. I'm fine with that. Like that ass, cause I can say this for sure. If you know your role in this game and you know what your team needs, and you don't just be greedy, just picking a character, you know, and not trying out new characters. This game is gonna be tough for you. Like if you think you're just gonna be a DPS and think you're just gonna get heals, like whenever you think you are, it's not gonna really work out. Like being a tank is one thing because you have like over 600 HP and you can rely on like certain moves in your kit, like a shield, you know what I mean, and protecting the team. Being a DPS, you think, you know, your main thing is to be like the middle line, like the middle within the team. You gotta be behind the tank in front of the middle so you can get heals and get the tanks out. That's why when I was playing like Overwatch at first, I didn't really get it really. Like I was just like, I didn't know, you know, when I was playing Overwatch the base game, I was just playing it because shit, I heard it was the funnest fucking game out. Like, you know what I mean? Like in 2017 I was playing that shit. You know, and when I was playing it, I was like, this shit is fun. I was just picking Soldier 76 and who else? I think I was picking Soldier 76 and Honor. Those were the only two players I was playing with. And then after that, and I didn't even know if they was, yeah, they didn't have Roku, so it was open queue at first, and they had like, I think at the time when it first came out, I think it was like, let me see, probably like 20 characters, and they had tanks, they had defenders, they had DPS players, and they had support. They had like 4 roles. And Hanzo, I was picking Hanzo on Overwatch Classics. You know, they did that with World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft Classics. Oh shit. But you know, I was like, damn, this game is like, it still holds up. Like, this is Overwatch Classics. This is like Game of the Year type of, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about playing it right now because I'm not gonna lie, I actually had fun playing it. It sounds crazy to like people that really don't like Overwatch because of Brigada. You know what I mean? But it's like, bro, you gotta let this game. It's the first ever PvP game. Like Paladins would not exist. Possibly Marvel Rivals wouldn't exist. You know, I'm being honest. Like, people think I'm crazy for saying this. Like, they really think that. You know what I mean? Like, you draw inspiration from other games. Like, it is what it is. It's fire. Like, the game is fire. Still, to me. 5v5, I just can't fuck with it no more. I just can't. Like, I just can't. I can only play 6v6 now. I can only play 6v6. Marvel Rivals 6v6. Like, this game literally would never take out 6v6. It will never just have one tank, in my opinion. Yeah, so, you know, yeah, no more colors. Marvel Rivals, they would never do that because everything that, like, ironically or unironically, everything that this game is, Overwatch sort of was to an extent, but this game is like, it feels better to an extent. It's a great game. This game, like, is new for people. This game is big. People that don't even know about superheroes are playing this game. People that don't know about superhero characters, they are playing PvP, like they was playing Overwatch and they're going over to this game. And they don't even know much about superheroes. Even like the women, some of them men too. They're playing this game because of Overwatch. I'm not gonna give them full credit. They drew from this game. Like, if you look, like, that's why I'm giving Overwatch some light. I don't want to down talk them because I know the mistake that they made. They probably like, damn, I shouldn't have took that team. Now they putting it back in because they know how good Marvel Rivals is doing. So it's like, why would you do it in the first place? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this. If they would have never made an Overwatch 2 and they would have just kept 6v6 and just like made like an Overwatch Ultimate or something like that, I literally feel like it would still be a good game because it would be free. Like Overwatch, I bought Overwatch the base game for $40 at one point. It was $40. Then they made it free, and then they ended up, lying, saying they was gonna put in PvE. You just can't lie to your fans. You can't lie to your supporters like that. They're gonna get pissed off. They're gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel the same way about Halo. Like, 343, they really, like I could go on I could talk about that. I could have a discussion about that too, but it's like, shit. Halo now is really, it's a good game. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game or like spectacular game. Halo Infinite, I was playing that too. That game is good because they fixed a lot of things that they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have dropped that game with, I think it was like a 9 year earlier than it was supposed to release because they didn't come up with a beta for it. They didn't beta test it. Like this game, Overwatch, it had beta tests, it had heroes you could try out. I bet they was tweaking stuff like, they had a Discord. I joined that Discord right away. Like when I found out Marvel Rivals was coming out, now I think I was a part of that when they had like I think like 20k members. Now it's like up to like 3 million. I'm like, damn, this game is like big. Matter of fact, let me check out how many I was gonna. I don't know what's the peak within 24 hours. The thing about that stat is not everybody is gonna play. Those players are coming in and out of the game, like 20 million players playing. That's almost impossible. You're possibly gonna get that with GTA, but I'm not 100% sure. People have lives outside of playing games, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of hard to. it's kind of hard to say. I feel like this game is going to be relevant. Like, there's so much characters. It's just so much. Especially so much characters. Even have an Avengers thing. Guardians of the Galaxy, they have a bunch of themes within like the Marvel universe because they channeling the multiverse too. You know, Penny Parker, she's in like in a different universe. I think she's in year 20. Yes. This game could be like a multiverse theme. They could even put in. I damn near forgot about this. They could put in Vision in this shit. Interesting. Yeah, this game. I heard they put in the Professor X. They bring the shit. I could already see the gifts already. They're going. I could say this. They're going back to their roots. You know what I mean? Just like what they did with what was it, World of Warcraft? I never even played that game. But like in its heyday, when that first came, like I remember those commercials with Chuck Norris. I remember that, yo. I remember that commercial. I still love how, even though I never had a PC, it's like, it is what it is. I love the games that I was playing. World of Warcraft, those games ain't going nowhere. I just found out Diablo 4 is free now. I want to try Pass over Exile 2. I think it's going to be free, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try out Pass over. I heard what happened with what's this guy, Elon Musk? Man, what a scammer, man. I could say that because like, yo, you really thought people wasn't gonna notice like what you're doing, bro? Me being a gamer, like I don't like seeing shit. Just boosting. It is what it is. Because he knows he has a lot of followers. Charlie talked about it. He was like, oh, he was just. It didn't even look like he knew what he was doing. OverWatch. I would just put in 6v6. Put 6v6 back permanently. Just keep it in the game. I'm not gonna lie, I was playing 6v6. I think it was like, it was this week. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, maybe a Tuesday. I was playing that. I was like, yo, this shit is fucking fun. Like this shit, like, why did y'all take out a tank? It really wasn't no need for that. Like nobody asked that question. Like, literally nobody. If I could speak to one of the devs at Blizzard for fucking Overwatch, I really want to ask that question. Why did y'all take out the tank? Like, did y'all try to try something new? It is what it is. At least they bring it back. because they see how successful Marvel Rivals is. So they had no choice. I even told my members, like, they don't bring back 6v6. I'm not gonna play that game. I ended up playing that game again because they brought back 6v6. So let me see something real quick. Cause I was just waiting on my. Overwatch has 58.5 kills this time. Let's see, Overwatch has 15.4. That's not bad. 15.4. Yeah, 15.4 kills. That's not bad. That's good. That's not bad. Call of Duty Warzone has 25.2. That's Warzone. Yeah, Black Ops 6 has 16.K. 16.6K. That's not bad at all. Like, anything over 10K views, that's actually really good. Elden Ring has 7.5. That's not bad at all. That's a single player game. Like, you know what I mean? That shit is still holding up. Valorant. I never actually played Valorant PvP. Because PvP is really high right now. I'm not gonna lie, just because of Concord, yo, I'm not gonna talk about that game. That game is snapped away like and I can't even have sympathy for them either. I can't, because you can't have a slow-paced PvP game, bro. Like, you see how fast-paced this game is? See how fast-paced Overwatch is? Even Deadlock. I never even played Deadlock. You know what I mean? Like, I never played those games. I never played Deadlock. I never played like the finals. Even the finals is fast-paced. But even though it's fast-paced, it still has a pace to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every game has a pace to it, but I heard about another game. I forgot what that was. How many players do this one? Yeah, how many players? What's his name? I know it reached over 20 million, just like the check. I know it's probably like at 30 million. Today's a good day to post the stream. You know, I was playing as much as I love the finals, man, I can't play that game no more because it's not that I can't play it no more. It's just can't really play it. Everybody is just too spread out. Too spread out. I'll give you an example. Like if I was playing that game and it was like, and they had like team deathmatch and the objective based games, more so like more so man, I could say this one, but the finals. If that game had 6v6, I feel like that game would be way better than it is now. I can say that. Putting that a 5v5, I feel like it's people are too spread out for it. If you put like another sixth player, I feel like it'll do way better. It's just those maps are too big for 5v5. It's just too big. It's not like Halo was like Halo 3 like 5v5. Those maps wasn't as big. Those maps was like, they were like linear maps, but they was like medium sized. Those were like medium sized maps, but you could get around, make your moves and use your radars for, as that game. The finals is not my cup of tea now because it's just the maps are just too spread out. The players are just too spread out and the maps are too big. Maybe if they would put another player, like I'm not gonna get rid of it, I'm not gonna delete the game. I'm gonna always go back to it whenever I can because I love that game. I do. But I can't really play it because people are just too spread out. I gotta make too much of an adjustment to my team. I love playing medium role, but man, I think I got a tank. It's gonna be tough. Even though I do like playing tank, that's not really my role in that game. I like to heal my team. That's why I still love Battlefield. I could literally feel like the clear difference. But it doesn't really need to be a PvP. If they make that game like a team deathmatch based game, I feel like that game will be way better than it is now, even with 5v5. First person shooters, they feel, I'm gonna say this. First person shooters, they feel more realistic. But third person shooters, they feel better. Should be like you just see it's like you just see it feels better too. First person shooters you actually get like the realism of a first person perspective. That's why I always love first person shooters. That's why I like OverWatch. It's not like Overwatch. The 6v6, they gotta keep that. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda got humbled because I was like, man, like Rivals is coming. I don't like being the person that said like rubber. They had no choice but to bring back a tank. But to bring back 6v6 because I don't even know what the view count was for the beta for Marvel Rivals. It's still high too, but that's why I was having discussions before Marvel Rivals coming out about 6v6 coming back to Overwatch because, man, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a Blizzard top Twitch plays of the week in a minute. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure. I think they still make the videos. I haven't seen it like in my suggestions or like my recommendation videos. And because I'm not really looking for Overwatch like that, but you know, I can always say this. I'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I just feel like Overwatch should have just kept it. Switch it up. And I feel like that's the biggest problem with this game. Yeah, they're gonna have to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's exactly what he knows what he's good at, but he doesn't change it up just for the sake of making it different. He doesn't switch it up to make it feel like it's a different game. Like, if that makes any sense, like I'll give you an example, like Overwatch 2 still feels like Overwatch 1, but they made that change when they made a bad mistake when they put in Brigada and when they took out his they thought this was gonna be big. They started lying to their supporters, like, we're gonna put in PvE. Come to find out that they was like, oh, we apologize for not putting in. You know, it's like, maybe, you know what? I'm gonna hold my tongue and say, you'll never know. They may put it, maybe in the future. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I could say I doubt it, but I really would never know what's going on behind the scenes at Blizzard. Like, I don't know. They'd probably be like, damn, we need to do this now. Because we fucked up. And we gotta put in PvP. We gotta put in PvE. Because we made a bad mistake. Started a wave of PvP. Now that they're connecting to their roots, I'm actually glad it's happening. Marvel Rivals is peak PvP. Overwatch, based Overwatch is peak PvP. PC players, I think that was like the first shooting. Yeah, that was the first PvP game ever. It was on PC. That's more so tactical. I could say that's PvP. I don't know. Get to have predictions. That's what I said. Let's get to the auspicious rather than assuming that just an assumption. Just what's going to It's like being like assuming is like being prejudiced. So it's like, gonna have yeah, we know that the auspicious ones. Yeah, that's what I would okay. So I will assume what we did to be the outcomes. Yeah, what the so I will assume what she got like that. Just be auspicious. Yeah. So it's like, you know, like you can have predictions of this. Just it's always gonna be yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Just based off of last year, I could say every game could either be a hit or miss, but I could, yeah, like I could literally see like before the game even drops, I could really see like if the game is gonna be good, just because of like, the character development. Like I could already see like Doomsday game. I already see that game being like really good, just because it has like a chainsaw shield and you could parry and block. Like, bro, that's having a primary gun and a shield. Like, yeah, like you're literally a dex build, first person shooting. Like that's crazy. Yeah, I feel like, I'm not gonna say too much. I don't like what's this thing? I don't want to get too hyped about certain things because I have to just see what happens. Like I feel the same way about my Knicks. Like they doing real good, but I don't want to hype them too much and gas them because as soon as I do that, I could be disappointed. So I just it's like a show and improve thing. Like when they come to game and I have to really see things, before it actually happens. Like even though I can see like the Knicks are doing great, but I gotta see them in the playoffs. So I can see what they're capable of in big moments. They did great last year, but I just have to see. I have to see a lot of things. Even when it comes to gaming. I could tell First Berserker is gonna be good. In that game, it feels like a game that could have been put out like during like Xbox 360 or PS3 days. You know what I mean? That game seems like so nostalgic to me for some reason. It feels like a game. Like it feels like a game that I could have been playing. Like when I was a teenager. Like that game really looks good. Like that game could have been put out in the mid to late 2000s. That game really looks good. That's like and I'm just waiting to like watch it. I don't even really gotta play those games because those games will always be here. So if I'm able to watch those games on Twitch, for example, it's that game. That's all I asked my gold and who else was playing? Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. So yeah, that seems like a cool game, but I feel like if I try it out, I would have to be like really like invested into it. I was strongly invested in the OverWatch, but I was getting like more so like stressed out than enjoying it. That's why playing 6v6 it's more fun because you're not always the focus. Like in this game, you could be like, in Overwatch, you could get attacked by like a tank if you're a DPS, but you have a healer to back you up. You have a lot of players to back you up. In 5v5 Overwatch, you could get attacked by a tank. So it's like it's hard for your team to like counterbalance that, because in this game, if you die, if you're a healer, your team has a chance to win that, like, you know, win that matchup, just because of, like, if you may still have 2 tanks on that versus, like, you know, 2 tanks, 2 DPSs, and 2 healers, but that 1 tank could be like a game changer for that matchup, because he probably has heals. He's probably getting heals, and the other team on the other team, the other player on the other team is getting like greedy. So it's like, yeah, that player might die. You still got a chance to win that game. That's why this game is such an adjustment to players, because, you know, they possibly never played a game like this. So listen, you know, this game is, this game hasn't even been in esports yet. I can only imagine that this game is in esports.